Shalom everyone, it's your brother Travis. Welcome to our next video on my YouTube channel, Travis the Chosen One. You're all welcome in this lesson. Today's lesson is gonna be, as you can see there, all soul enemies. And I wanna show you some signs of all soul enemies. And when you see this, you're gonna be like, wow, brother Travis really know my life. Especially for those who are set apart. The people who are set apart from the beginning of time. It's been really rough. This is a wicked world to everyone. But those who are set apart, different, those who are what people call the promised child, are, you know, the the generation breaker, or the black sheep, or the chosen one, or whatever name they might give to a person that stand out, that's set apart. They always tend to go through things like these, whether they're born into a rich family or a poor family. And so we're gonna talk about that today. Household enemies, basically warfare in the household, and the signs. So we're gonna go through some of the major signs them. And these are some of the signs that I've been through in my own life. So for all those who are here, ensure to like, skip that dislike, share this out as well. And for those who are new, ensure to subscribe and learn as much as I can learn from this channel here. Each day I see it growing, and each day it grows, it makes me more serious when it comes to bringing good food to the people, good lessons, and also good reminders, sometimes encouragement and so forth. So I do my best to make the time to come and make and create videos, because there's so much things I can teach. There's so much things I've learned from my own experience, learned from great teachers. I have many great teachers as well. And so I just use this as a platform to teach. And the Most High has called me to do work as like this as well. From a very young age, I've been getting vision of what I'm supposed to do and so forth. So anyway, probably that's gonna be a story time one of these days when I talk about it. Anyway, we're gonna talk about household enemies and the signs. Now, sign number one of a household enemy is that and this can be household enemy, this can be your brother, your sister. Sad thing, it also can be your mother, father. Because I've seen many young ladies, I've heard of many young ladies who their own mother become very jealous of them after a while, especially when they become like teenagers or they become bigger. Their mother start envying them, start fighting them, and you wonder what kind of spirit could be causing that. Let me tell you, it's a spiritual thing, people. But sometimes you wonder, how can a mother reach to the point of being jealous and running competition even with their own daughter? That's why this can happen in any level when it comes to the house that you're in. So we're going to talk about some of those signs. So sign number one is that they'll watch everything that you do. They watch everything that you do, but not with adoration. So they're not going to watch you adoring what you're doing, complimenting you for what you do. Probably they compliment you, but they do not really glad of the things that you do. They watch everything that you do. And especially when you do things that are beneficial, especially when you're making moves in life, when you're making certain moves in life and shaking things, being a mover and a shaker and making a difference and improving your life, they watch everything that you do. But they're not watching you they're not watching you with any form of admiration. They're watching you with jealousy. Sometimes even watching you with bad prayers in their hearts, watching you to see how best, watching you to see if you're gonna fail. And they want you to fail. They want you to fail because if you fail, they will feel better about themselves. But they watch everything that you do. They watch everything that you do, but they do not watch with adoration. That's one. Number two is that they hardly, if ever, congratulate you when you are winning, or when you are progressing. But they're always there to watch your downfall. But they're always there in your downfall, in the pretense of being there. Let me try to make that clear. So when you are winning in life, they hardly come and congratulate you. They hardly show any form of happiness for your progress, for your winning, for you improving or achieving anything. They hardly or if ever do it. But the moment you fall, the moment something happens, the moment your car crash, the moment you feel this, the moment the relationship that you have don't work out, the moment something happens, there's a disappointment in your life or some form of destruction in your life, there they are in the midst of you, pretending that they are being there for you. But in reality, they are happy. They are happy within themselves, and you can feel it. You're not an idiot. You can feel it and know that they're there, but they can't be there watching, and inside they're rejoicing. And they're like, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry to hear what's going on. I'm sorry to hear what's going on. But in deep down in their heart, they are rejoicing. But when you are winning, you don't see anybody. You don't see them when you are winning. You don't hear any congratulation when you are winning. How come when you're losing, everybody's there and saying that, oh, they're there for you? I'm not saying that some people are not genuine, but in most cases, watch the pattern of people and follow your spirit too. The next thing, our sign of a household enemy is that they love using what is yours. This is like childhood thing now, because I've experienced this in my own childhood. They love to use what is yours, but they hate if you use what is theirs. You and them will always be in argument with that. They love to take the things that are yours. They take that, they take your pants, they take your shoes, they use your cologne, these little small things. They take these things and they use it. I'm talking in the household. Even when you get bigger, if you're in the household with them, they love to use what is yours, but if you ever touch what is theirs, you and them are gonna be in problems. That's an enemy right there. That person want to use up your resources, use you up, and if you can't touch anything for them. It's like you should be the one giving, giving, giving. They're receiving, but they will not give you anything. That's not a friend right there, people. That's not a friend. That's not a family. That's not how family operate. But this is a sign of a household enemy. The next sign of a household enemy is that they slander your name to people, especially people who are close to you. Your friends, sometimes they slander your name even with your spouse. Household enemies. Especially when you have good friends, when you see that you have a good friend around you, a friend that look out for you, or you have a good woman or a good man, they find a way to slander your name with them. Tell them about your past. Tell them what you used to do, who you used to be. When you were 3 years old, what happened from way back when. Find a way to slander you. Find a way for you to paint an ugly picture of you to the people who are close to you. Especially the people who are close to you and looking out for you and building you up. They don't like to see good people around you. When you have good people around you, it hurt them. That's an enemy. Enemies do not like to see good things happen for anybody. So they will slander your name to people, especially those people who are close to you. And anybody at all who they see can even give you an opportunity. If they know that this man is a big man and he can give you opportunity and so forth, they will try to slander your name even to those people too. Trying to always tarnish your name and your career. The next sign about the household enemy is that they steal your resources. They love to take what is yours. They see your things, they take it. They will steal it. Not just to use things like the first one, like what I mentioned earlier, but also they will steal your things and act as if they never took it. And if you go to them about it, it's an argument. You fight. Sometimes it turns into a big quarrel. Household enemy. These are enemies that household enemies will break you to pieces before you even enter the world. Sometimes your household enemy, your family, can be the one that will damage your mind before you step out in the world. When you step out in the world, you are broken. You've been through so much in the household to the point where when you step out in the world to deal with people, if you don't heal and if you don't mature enough, you end up making some crazy decisions same way because of what you have been through in the household. And next thing about the household enemy is that by trying to help them up, you help yourself down. I'm telling you, this is my life I'm speaking here to. And many of you are gonna be like, whoa, brother Travis, you're so true. But this is what we go through. By you trying to help them up, you end up helping yourself down. Everything that you try to do with them is that you're even partnering with them and say, let's do this. And you will believe that if two persons come together to do something, it will be better. But the best you do it by your own self. Because you join hand in hand with them and things are only getting worse. They are doing this deliberately because they're in secret competition with you. They're fighting you down. And so no matter how you're trying to help them up, you end up helping your own self down. And that used to puzzle me, like, how comes you're helping somebody? It should be better. Because while you are putting out efforts, they are putting out efforts, and the two efforts come together, it should be better. But you realize that you are putting out the effort, they ain't putting out anything, and things are only going backwards. That's an enemy unto you. I'm not saying that people cannot make mistake, you make mistake, I make mistake. But when you see this pattern of you helping them up and it's going backward, it's something that it's revealing what's in their heart. And then when you realize when they go out and do something, when you and them argue and they go and do something for themselves, they will ensure that work. Then how comes when you are helping them up, they don't ensure that it work with you. But when it comes to them, it work with them. Don't be a fool. Do not be a fool. Do not be a fool. That's an enemy right there. And the next one is that of a household enemy is that they know that you are different, but they choose to call you something negative. Mighty God. They know that you are different, but they will choose to call you something negative. They know from the very beginning, my people, I'm telling you. Many of your family members and those who are your enemies know that something is different about you from ever since. And it's not different bad, it's different good, that you're actually here to make some form of difference. But you know what they do? They will see the difference in you and find something negative to say about you. Even in my own case, I'm a person, I don't keep friends like that. I don't really like to have friends, and I'm very quiet and very hardworking, always working. Anybody who know me, probably some of you know me in real life or on this channel right now, who know me in real life, know that I'm a very hardworking man, always focused, always working on something. I have people around me will know that these things about me and find the most negative thing to say about me same way, even though they know that I'm here to make a difference. Even though they know that I'm here doing something different, they will still find negativity to say about you. That's how enemies operate. So they know that you're different, but they call you negative same way. They call you negative same way. Now the last but not the least that I have here before I end this video is that they will try to work witchcraft on you. Glory to God. They will try to work witchcraft on you. This is when they take it to a different level. This is when they take it to a level because they know they cannot get rid of you physically. Because if they get rid of you physically, they are going to be in trouble. If they try to kill you, like stab you, shoot you, and so forth, they might be in trouble with the law and with other people. And people look at them differently. So what they do, they go into the unseen. They go to the unseen world, the spiritual world, the demonic world, where no police will see it and no courtroom will see it or anything like that, right? To attack you. Many people in many families, when they see a promised child, a marked individual in the family, they work witchcraft on them. They work some jinx off them. Sometimes the only way that you will ever, matter of fact, if you're in a family like this, a household like this, whether it's from your mother, your brother, the only way you can actually start advancing your life is when you move away from around them. Because some of them, they do some things that if you ever know what they do, exactly what they do, you'll probably cry to know that these are the people who you're looking out for and they're tearing you down. Some of them in secret, they work witchcraft on certain things and give it to you. and you think it's a good gift, and you receive it, not knowing that by you taking it, you come into some form of covenant, and certain areas of your life will be held down. Some of them do some certain things over food and give it to you to eat it, and then certain areas of your life are held down. Some of them, they do some things in the secret, I'm telling you, just to hold down people who are promised people in their family. Hold down the promised child in the family because they know that you're different. And because they know that you're different, they're trying to find a way for you not to make that difference. Sometimes a demonic principalities over that family, and you are the one that can break it. And the demonic principalities using these people to come against you on a spiritual level too. All soul enemies. All soul enemy. These are the signs of a all soul enemy. Now before I end this video, I'm going to go into a scripture here. That many of the times when you are set apart, this is the family that you will have. Let me show it to you before I leave. Mark 12 verse 46. Matthew. Mark. Forgive me for that. Matthew 12 verse 46. We'll go from verse 46 to about verse 50. And it says here, while he sat to the people, behold, his mother and his brother stood without, desiring to speak with him. That's Jesus. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy father stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother, and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples, and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother. Let me tell you, your real family in many cases will not be the family that you're born into, but the family in Christ. The family, your chosen family. Those who are doing God's will, who are seeking to do the will of God, those will be your family. Like me, your brother Travis, and like other brothers and sisters that you met along this path, who are desiring to do the will of God and want to live for God and do His will and serve His purpose here. That's going to be your family, and not the one that you're born into in most cases. Not all, but in most cases. So these are the signs of household enemy. Hope this one was edifying to you. If this one was edifying to you, just leave something in the comment section to give me your reaction. Ensure to share this out. And for those who are new, remember again, subscribe and don't be a stranger. Until next video, shalom, peace, grace, and mercy from God through our Lord Jesus Christ. Yahushua, Amashiach, Yahushai, Yeshaya, whatever name you choose to call the Messiah, our great high priest in the order of Melchizedek, and our soon coming King.